Born Racer here. I just want to bring this article to you guys that I found that I thought was interesting. A dire warning from top U.S. commander detention camp in that word. Okay, them two words. A dire warning from top U.S. commander detention camp in that right there, breeding new generation of is that word there, and then a ticking time. There you can see it. U.S. Central Commander Jen Frank McKenzie took part in an Institute of Peace online discussion Wednesday on the question of how is really ends. His sovereign answer, not well. If the United States and the international community don't figure out what to do with the 65,000 or so right there, detainees, mostly women and children who are confined to a squalid, right there, blank camp in Syria, he described as arguably one of the worst places in the world. We could either deal with this problem now or deal with it exponentially worse a few years down the road. McKenzie said, "It is not a good place to live. Bad things are going to happen if you keep a lot of people there. Bad things are going to happen in terms of bam, and bad things are going to happen in terms of COVID. Repatriate, radicalize. The problem is that the appalling conditions in the whatever that word is, refugee camp in northern Syria amount to a pet rye dish for breeding future is fighters. You know, young people grow up and we're going to see them again unless we find a way to turn them in a way that will make them productive members of society," McKenzie warned. So, unless we find a way to repatriate to radicalize, to bring these people that are at grave risk in these camps back, preferably to their nations that they came from, or to stay in Syria where appropriate, but with some form of de-radicalization. We're buying ourselves a strategic problem 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, and we're going to do this all over again, he said. Countries need to accept refuge. I don't have an answer besides repatriation, McKenzie admitted, once again underscoring there is not a military solution to the problem of radicalization. The international community needs to support repatriation efforts or coalition. Is efforts may be for naught. I wish I had a better solution, he said. I will tell you this. If we stay where we are, we're going to have huge problems. Huge problems in the near term. I think with lots of people potentially dying and then huge problems in the long term, because I have yet to see a scheme that can talk about DRAD at scale. So we absolutely support the Department of State's lead on repatriation. We think that's absolutely critical. They are working very hard, he said, but nations have got to agree to take them. We remain relentlessly focused on finishing blank off. At the same time, I don't think we're going to be in blank forever. I don't know how long we're going to be in blank. That's going to be a political decision, not a military decision. It's not going to be made by a uniformed officer, McKenzie said. We need to recognize it's never going to be a perfect solution that we might like and have seen in other blank, he concluded. There's not going to be a significant victory celebration. There's not going to be a clear-cut military victory, but we can look to a future where local security forces are serving with a local elected leadership or appointed leadership are going to be able to handle it without extensive outside help. I'm actually going to pick a phrase from one of my favorite poets, T.S. Eliot, and I'm going to say this is the way the world ends, not with a blank, but with a whimper. And that's the way this campaign is going to end. Good Thursday morning, and welcome to... so... let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I don't see a problem accepting refugees as long as they do it the correct way. You can't just walk through to another country and walk in. Do it legal. I don't know. And whoever comes here the legal way, watch them. Keep a close eye on them. I don't know. I'm lost for words.